let's look at some circles and arcs. So, one of the things that we need to look at is a circle, which is a set of all points in a plane that are the same distance from a given point. So, the center of our circle is the center, and the distance is considered our radius. An arc of a circle is any part of the circle that can be drawn without lifting a pencil. So like this would be considered an arc of the circle. So any part of it that is drawn without lifting your pencil. So if we look, here is a circle. We have the center of it, and that's O. So all of these points, I could put a point here, here, here. All of these points are the same distance from point O, our center. Now, the distance is considered your radius. This is arc CD, in other words, from point C to point D, because I can draw that without lifting my pencil. And it can be written as arc CD, or you'll notice that it has like an arc above it. A couple of things, you'll notice that the line that goes from C to A, and it goes through the center, is considered the diameter, twice your radius. Now, O to B would just be your radius. Going from C to B is what is considered a chord, because it does not go through the center. Any line in the middle of your circle that does not go through the center is just a chord. So like if I drew a line from B to A, that would just be a chord. Now we could have an arc from B to A. We could have an arc from C to B. We could have an arc from C to A. Okay, any of those could be considered arcs. Minor arcs, less than 180 degrees. So if I go back up here and look at these arcs, remember a straight angle is 180 degrees. So this from C to B would be considered a minor arc because it would be less than halfway around. B to A would also be considered a minor arc. A major arc would be greater than 180 degrees. So I could start and go from B all the way around to A going this direction. So going this direction, arc A to B would be a major arc. I could do the same thing going from C to B this direction, and those would be major arcs. An arc is determined by the diameter of the semicircle. So again, here's the semicircle, and then here are some of the arcs. So whenever we're looking at the measurement, a few things that we need to look at. Okay, so remember that supplementary angles are equivalent. Not equivalent. They add up to 180. So these two angles right here, the angles right here at the center, would add up to 180. So if this is 70, degrees, then this would become 110 degrees, because these two have to add up to 180. The measurement of the arcs is the same as whatever the degree is from the center. So what we look at is what is the measurement of the angle from the center of that point. So if I go from B to C, and let's just say if I'm doing this one, so if I look at this, and I say that this is arc BC, okay, then this would be 70 degrees. Now, if I'm looking at it the other way, say that I'm looking at it B to C on this other side, okay, making it a major arc, B to C, then it would be 360 minus 70, which would be 290 degrees. But in this case, we're going to look at it from this angle, and so this is going to be 70 degrees. The measure from C to A, arc CA, right here, again, we found the angle of this by taking 180 minus 70 to get here, and so that's going to be 110 degrees. Now the measure of arc ACB, so it was very specific and told us which direction to go from A to B, so it told us to go from A to C to B. From A to C to B is 180 degrees, because I'm going halfway around, which is 180 degrees.